You know, it's always kind of bugged me that we have two Harveys within the Batman mythos. I know we have other DC characters that have the same name, like Martha, but we'll never get a "Why did you say that name?" with Harvey Bullock and Harvey Dent. We'll just get a
Harvey, no. Because it's Thursday.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Vanishing Point, the only bi-weekly show that says Harvey, yes. Since we, this is disgusting. Since we are currently situated sometime in between Christmas and New Year's Eve, I thought it would be fun to look at an episode that is set in the same time and try to figure out from a bullet for Bullock just when Harvey Bullock joined the GCPD. Fun fact, the voice actor for Harvey Bullock also plays Joey Tribbiani's dad in Friends, whose name is also Joey Tribbiani. Netflix just paid $100 million to keep airing that, but they canceled Daredevil. I love Friends, but bring Daredevil back. Now, while we have seen the history of this dodgy detective as a beat cop as far back as Batman Mask of the Phantasm and flashbacks in Robin's Reckoning, I think this episode gives us just enough information that we can figure out exactly when he joined the force. If you guys don't remember the plot of this episode, essentially somebody has it out for Harvey Bullock and wants him dead. While Batman and Harvey are trying to crack the case, Vinny the Shark comes up as suspect number 1. We're told by Batman that Vinny was busted by Harvey for running a drug lab back in the day and was sentenced to 10 to 20 years in Stonegate. However, he just recently got out on parole for good behavior after only serving 8 of those years. Now, we've mentioned before in our Two-Face timeline video that the construction on Stonegate began in the DCAU's 1988. For all the math on that, you could click up here, right? So adding the 8 years to that puts us in December of 1996, which is the furthest that we have concluded that the Batman animated series basically takes place, since Dick Grayson's graduation is in January of 1997 when he leaves the Bat family. Click the new one that just popped up. I know you see these things in your peripheral. They're different ones each time. I know that this may seem like a quick turnaround for some of you guys, since I stated that the construction for Stonegate began in 1988 and not that it was open for use by then. However, we do learn in the episode Lockup, Lyle Bolton was the head of security for the USS Halsey, which was a ship that was used to hold prisoners during Operation Stonegate when it was being constructed. So it's likely Vinny was on there for a while before being transferred to Stonegate proper. So with the episode itself occurring in 1996, where does this really put the start of Harvey's career? Well, he actually tells us in the episode.
After 15 years working in this cesspool, I like to see how good you look.
So with him having been on the force for 15 years, this points to his earliest days as a cop being in 1981, 2 years before the earliest time we see him in Mask of the Phantasm, which you can see more about right here. It's another new one. But now I want to bring this all back around to our question of the day. Leave your answers down under in the Australia box. What are you planning to do for New Year's Eve? Personally, I used to be like a super big partier, but within the last year, I stopped drinking, and by the time this video comes out, I will be, a year without alcohol. So I really don't know what I'm going to do to celebrate. I might even just take after Bullock in this episode and stay in and do
my laundry.
Secondary question though, what are your New Year's resolutions and do you plan to stick to them this year? I have been noticing that I have a really bad habit of procrastinating. My resolution is going to be to start putting in a lot more work into the original projects that I've been wanting to do, because if I don't put them out there, then no one will. It'd be a shame to have had these stories kind of built up in my head for a while and not share them. Life gets hard, stuff gets in the way, people don't always keep up with their resolutions, but I'm gonna try to do my best this year. I'd love to hear what you guys are gonna try your best to do. That all being said, I just wanna thank all these people for their support this month on Patreon. If you don't see your name on the list for a pledge as low of $1 a month, you can get added like right in between these guys here. If there's more than one of you that shows up, then maybe we'll have to put you in between these guys or those guys, or, you know, we can't put you all in between the same guys. We try to do a lot of cool stuff for you guys that support us over there. Voting in polls to help us choose one of the videos that we put out every month, custom artwork from James, or even just live streams with Ted, James, and sometimes myself. A whole list of things over there. I can't even remember them all part of the time. If you're interested in that kind of thing, it's patreon.com/DCAU Watchtower. You can type it in up there. You can click it somewhere down there. We super appreciate all of the support that you guys have been giving us over this year. We're, you know, stoked to go into the next year with the backing of all of you, whether it be Patreon supporters or just the subscribers that are here, which there are like 29,000 of you now. That's ridiculous. As always though, I've been Maddie Washburn. This has been The Vanishing Point. We will continue to stay those things so long as you promise to continue being yourself. I love y'all a bunch, and I'll see you in the new year. Why is talking so hard?